I just realized that most of the content on my channel revolves around my freelance business. And though I sometimes mention that I do have another business that is called Prospero, I almost never talk about it, or I don't talk about it that much anymore. And so I think a lot of people that have started watching this channel lately actually don't really know what it is or why I'm doing this, or actually what's the status of this. So in this video, I wanted to share a little bit of context about what it is, why I'm doing this, and where this is going. So let me actually get started with what it is. So Prospero is a software company that enables freelancers to create proposals online. And the problem that we're trying to solve over there is that a lot of freelancers struggle with how to structure and how to write a proposal. So every time a client calls up and say, how much is that project? Can you send me a proposal? They have to start thinking about how to structure this, how to sell, how to price, how to set the terms. And this huge headache takes hours. They actually delay it a lot of time because they hate doing it. And most of the time, either they spend way too much time trying to get it really nicely designed in InDesign or Illustrator or something like that, or they just resort to something ugly as Google Docs. And so we've created a software that takes you step by step. Let me just show you really quickly. So this is a dashboard of all your proposals, but when you start a new one, we're taking you into a wizard that asks you all the questions to describe the company, the client name, what is the project description. It actually asks you question by question why the client would want to work with you. And when you just click simply, we fill in the content for you with ready-made content. So if you want to say, what are you going to deliver? If you're a designer, we have ready-made content for designer. We have for other project development and other projects as well. And you can set your pricing here, or you can do value pricing and create several packages and give a different price for every package that you're selling. And then setting the milestones, and then we're creating kind of a Google Doc, but that is really nicely designed, which you can really edit very simply, add images, add your logo. It's fully prepared with the basic terms that you need as a freelancer, and then you can either download it as a PDF, or you can actually just copy a link here and send it to your client for online signature. So basically the flow of a lot of people is they export their own PDFs and then send them, or they use a third service like DocuSign. And so the process is really cumbersome, and we're making it really, really simple. So that's basically the product. And let me tell you why we're doing this, or how we got into doing this. So when I left my last full-time job around 4 years ago, I wanted to start a product business. And the reason was that I didn't want to keep selling kind of my hours as a service. I wanted to create a product that would be so good and that I can scale it to a lot of people. I started that business with two partners, Lior and Ayal, and our first business was called The New School. The idea behind it was to teach creatives the business side of freelancing. Actually, is pretty much like what the future is doing right now, but they're doing it super successfully. We put out 2 online courses and had a pretty successful blog, which still actually exists, and I'll link it in the description. We got a lot of good articles, and there's still a lot of traffic going into there. But after doing this for almost 2 years, we realized we're not very passionate about creating online classes and doing kind of education. We wanted to do something which is more like product, like a SaaS company. This is just because I'm a designer. I like to play with UX and UI, and that's what I wanted to work on. So because we learned all the problems of freelancers, we knew that proposals was a huge problem for a lot of people, and we started working on Prospero. Actually, everything is documented on this vlog because we've started working on it when I was vlogging daily. And so the whole process, and I'll put a link here, because when we launched it last year, I've created a video of the whole process from start to launching the product, with all the crappy designs that we had and all the mistakes that we did along the way. So you might want to watch this if you want to see how the design developed and how we struggled. And so we launched it. After about after a few months, Leo realized that he's not super passionate into doing that, and he wanted to stay in education, and he moved to work in a different company. We're still very good friends, and we're still in touch. I was talking to him yesterday, and so everything is on good terms. And now I'm working on Prospero. It's just me and Aya, who's doing the development, and I'm doing obviously the design, but also taking care of the legal, which has, like, lately there's lots of bureaucratic stuff that we have to take care of, from PayPal to GDPR, if you know what it is. I'm doing the customer service. So basically I'm doing everything which is not the development, which is really cool because I like to be engaged with customers. I'm doing customer interviews over Skype almost once or a couple times a week, which is great because I get to get the feedback of the people. So this is where we are right now. So actually we launched it last year, and we got actually a lot of things wrong. Even though we were trying to follow kind of the lean startup methodology, if you know what that means, is you create a really, really small minimal version, and then you try to see if it works or not. So we did that, and honestly it didn't work out that well. We got a lot of things wrong, from the basic core features to actually how we priced our software. And during the last year we tried a lot of things. So we've improved the product a lot by putting on a lot of features that during my calls with my clients, I understand that that's what they want. And we've changed the pricing model a few times until we've hit the current pricing model, which we've launched at the beginning of 2018, which we realized. So at the beginning of 2018, when we launched our new pricing model and had the newest feature set, suddenly we were at a position where it started to work. It started to take off. People really loved where it is right now. And right now, since we're at the beginning of the year, we're at a really nice growth trajectory. We're getting great feedback. Obviously, not everything is perfect. And a couple of days ago, I shared with you guys some minor UX issue which we had. So we still have a lot of work to do, but people are really, really happy with it. And now actually our biggest focus is how to scale this and how to grow this business, because we realize that we have a product that people found super valuable. Just this week I was talking to a person who told me that it saves him 1 day of work per week. So that is crazy. And he told me right now we're charging $8 per month, and he was telling me, dude, you can charge so much more than that because it brings us great value. So probably we're going to create more pricing tiers because right now it's super oriented for freelancers. We're going to create more tiers that are based on bigger clients as well, probably teams and stuff like that. But just because I'm a freelancer, I'm super passionate about the freelance audience, I still want to keep the freelance much in focus. I think that most other product, especially in the kind of proposal area, everybody's focusing on agencies because that's where the money is. But I think we have an opportunity to serve the freelance market, which is a huge, huge market. And if we do that really well, I think that we can create a really successful company. So this is where we are at the moment. I'm super, super excited about the future. If you have been watching the channel and you are a freelancer and you're not using Prospero, I would love it if you write in the comment why you're not using it, why you think it's not a good fit for you, or what's stopping you from using it. And if you are using Prospero, I would love it if you tell me what is the reason that you love it so much and that you keep using it. This feedback is super crucial for me to understand how to make it better and how to create an amazing company. And the fact that you guys are with me on this vlog every week and every day and are part of this journey, I think it's amazing, and I think it's something really, really unique. I haven't seen a lot of companies that are trying to be as transparent as to the process and growing their company. One of the reasons that I started this vlog was because I was watching Casey Neistat starting his company 2 years ago, and even though he was talking about it, he wasn't like really transparent about what's going on inside and struggles and everything. And that's what I was trying to do here on this YouTube channel. So somehow it kind of moved into me talking about the freelance, but the freelance was just a way to sponsor me working on my product company, which I want to grow and make it a successful business. I might still always freelance and do design work just because I love it and very passionate about it, but I really want to make Prospero a great, amazing business. All right, would love to get your feedback. Have a super day and a great weekend. I'll catch you next week.